It's Christmas, and more than 2,000 years since the day a holy God came to earth to become one of us. And just like that first Christmas, here in a small town far from the main centres, wise men and ordinary people have come from afar to witness a kind of birth.
Thank you for joining us today on this special occasion marking the launch of Te Kawenata Hou, the 2008 Maori New Testament, which I have here.
It's well over 50 years since the last revision of the New Testament into Maori. Bible translation is a long and laborious task requiring passion and dedication from teams made up largely of volunteers. People like Arthur Schwartfeger, a retired minister whose desire to learn Te Reo Māori led him to begin the arduous task of correcting errors from the previous text. There were teams of Māori led by the Reverend Sonny Melbourne.
Oh, I felt sorry for that Pākehā fella, Arthur. Yeah, he was worked so hard, and I thought, oh, this fella needs some help.
And Brenda Crooks, translation assistant from the Bible Society, who spent several years reformatting the text.
The Bible as it was in Māori was very old-fashioned looking, and for younger readers now, they're used to reading with macrons, and they're used to a bit more white space on the page and paragraphs and things like that. And we really wanted the Māori Bible to look as good as what any other Bible looks like, that it looks reader friendly, that an English Bible has all these section headings, things like that. So we wanted it to have the same status and to have the same worth, and therefore be treated that way. I think for me, the first time I actually physically held it in my hand, it was like, oh my gosh, this has been years of my work, and here it is, in its physical form. And to see the reaction today was just awesome. To see that people wanted this, that they were really happy to have it, and it was very rewarding for me.
What's the significance of having this translation in Māori with all the macrons in there, having it perfect Te Reo? What's the significance?
Basically, I hope that it would make it easier for them to read it and to be able to understand it better in terms of what Māori is trying to say to them. I'm sure they can understand the English, but it's much richer and more fuller. It's all right, I'm only biased.
So why is it so important for Māori, who largely today have English as a first language, to have the Bible in Te Reo Māori?
I think it's just because it belongs to us. I think that's probably the simplest way as I can say it. Māori humour is quite often different to Pākehā humour, and it's the way that language expresses our feelings, I think, more so than we're always struggling to find the right word to express our feelings, whereas in Māori it just comes naturally. For me, Māori anyway is my comfort zone, put it that way.
Having a readable version of the New Testament also helps people understand that Christ came for all people.
Jesus gave God's spirituality through him in terms of people as individuals and as other cultures. He didn't take the culture out of me, he enriched my culture. Does that? I think does that mean?
And the Bible helps that?
And the Bible helps that. And I think that's where the Bible, for me at least, comes to life, so that I can understand myself, who I am and what I am, and the fact that I am from New Zealand and Aotearoa.
The hope of the Bible Society in New Zealand is not just to have a reformatted readable text, but to have a full version of the complete Bible into modern Māori.
We must do all we can for the coming generations. Why shouldn't Māori have access to a modern Maori text, one that they read in their heart language. This is what is stirring our heart at the Bible Society. But it isn't our vision alone. It must be yours.
I mean, really we need a mandate from the people, and if we have that, then we can move forward. And we need a mandate, and we need some expertise and interest from people. So really it is in the seed stage. We're just planting the seed today and hoping that people will pick it up and want to get involved.
Māori church leaders seem to agree that a modern Māori translation must happen, as the current one is quickly becoming out of date.
Already there's differences in the language now, coming out of Kohangareo and Kurakaupapa, and the upsurge in Māori things, and so the language is not the language that I used to know. So it's quite often I've got to ask the younger one, what are they talking about? Because the words that they use are not the same as I'm used to.
So you'd say there's quite a need for it?
There probably is. There probably is.
Do you think it will get done?
I think so, yeah. Not in my time perhaps, but it certainly will. Because if it doesn't move, then it'll die.
Today has been a quiet beginning, but the great hope is that this gift to the people of Aotearoa New Zealand would have great impact into lives, homes and hearts, and become a seed of life and hope for generations to come.